Again, my video stopped recording, so I think there might be a time limit of about 25 minutes on a single uninterrupted video, because the previous one also stopped at 25 minutes. So what I was saying is that when Stefan mentioned wooziness when I woke up in the middle of the night, that might be uh, intended to confuse the issue that anytime anybody wakes up in the middle of the night, they will be woozy. So that I think what I think where he's driving at is that is normal. So what are you talking about, Sanjay? So that insertion of his might be because of that reason.
Yeah, and I want to add to that when you say that he might have checked poison, no, they don't check for poison. So checking for poison is a very, very specialized area, and any toxicology analysis has to be specifically ordered.
So Stefan here said that did the doctor not check for any poison, and I'm explaining to him that testing for poison is a very tricky business.
With specific elements that need to be checked for.
Okay. Now, was it your theory, Sanjay, that you were being poisoned in some way? Or was this one of the energy weapons?
Well, at that time, I was not so sure. So I was trying to figure it out. So I was just experiencing this. But I didn't know what was exactly causing this. And I had very little to go. I had very little to use to come to a conclusion of what is the cause. And even today, I'm not at 100% conclusion that what is this. So it is directed energy weapons, directed energy devices, which I know that exist, are classified.
So you think it's possible, you think it's possible that in August of 2008, you were being hit through the walls of your apartment with some sort of energy weapon that might have had you wake up in the middle of the night feeling woozy?
Now I am certain that that was the case.
You're certain that was the case. And how did you achieve?
So again, he inserted waking up in the middle of night feeling woozy. Now, so again, the intention might be to reaffirm on his part that what are you complaining about? This happens all the time. So why are you imagining direct energy weapons? And again, weapons is not the term I used. It's he used it.
Certainty in this situation.
Because of my experience in the last 3 years.
Last 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got the knocking, we got the wooziness. Was there any other symptoms of this harassment during the year between summer 2008 and summer 2009 when you got back together with your wife?
Yes.
What else? I'm always concerned when I hear unzipping and don't see any video.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You don't hear any knocking at the moment, do you?
No.
Okay, good. Do you remember the question? Because we're trying to have a chat here.
Yes.
Are you still with me? Do you need to go to the washroom? Because I can wait.
Yes, I'm with. No, I have my laptop and I was making sure that I still.
So yes, I goofed up here a little bit. I was very nervous, and I'm moving around between different rooms in this office, and I am feeling increasingly uncomfortable because of high heart rate and my breathing is really getting interfered with now. And suddenly I realized that I had my laptop with me, and when I moved to another room, then I realized that I did not have laptop with me. So I became a little worried about my laptop. Like, where is it? Is it uh, is it gone? Will I be able to find it? So I unzipped my laptop bag, and that's the sound that came. And Stefan made fun of, as if it was a zipper of my pants, which obviously he could uh, uh, he could imagine that it could be that. But then I said that I was looking for my laptop, and all this time I'm a little bit worried about my laptop. Actually, quite worried, and I'm like. I'm looking for my laptop and responding to him. So there's that pause, and then finally I'm just able to blurt out a couple of words, laptop. And even now, my heart rate has now gone down to 86, and that is sometimes a very bad sign. And now it's down to 51. So my heart rate was now 51, and then immediately switched to 86 and 87. So this range of 86 to 89 is something I've seen that I really start feeling uncomfortable. So I don't even feel very so uncomfortable at 105 or 110 as much as I feel between 86 and 89. So this has something to do with maybe they're interfering with breathing, and at the same time they're modulating the heart rate so that it remains within a certain range. And this usually I've concluded is a sign that I should be moving, and my voice is now more more shallow, and my speech is coming with a lot more effort. So I should move from this location again in a couple of minutes, and I'll do that. But I just interrupted for this laptop and zipper episode
because of repeated noises and because of because my health was going down. I was feeling that
Okay, sorry, Sanjay. I know you got hit with a weapon yesterday. I do need you to focus and really try and concentrate on getting these words out faster, because I feel like I'm almost being hypnotized by Kaa from the Jungle Book here, okay? So just try and hit the gas here to get these words out. So you moved to a new apartment.
So I know that he's getting annoyed because I'm speaking slowly, and my speech is coming out haltingly. I'm almost stuttering, but it really is difficult for me to speak at this point of time because of interference in my breathing as I'm walking around in the office. My breathing is coming out really shallow, and my heart rate at this time is probably 130. But then he starts to mock the difficulty that I'm having speaking, which I had mentioned right in the beginning that I'm having difficulty speaking. And he does mention that he knows that I got exposed yesterday, so I am having difficulty. So he now starts increases the pitch of mocking, and really almost starts making fun of me. And coming from a person who believes strongly in non-aggression principle, that's a little bit strange, I would think. Or maybe according to him, making fun of of somebody for what that somebody is saying that they are suffering is not non-aggression but is just a joke. Or maybe non-aggression principle does not apply when you are making fun of somebody who is claiming that he is being attacked by equipment which you have never seen and you cannot visualize or are pretending to visualize. So I wonder where does that non-aggression principle go when Stefan is faced with a person who's repeating 24/7 harassment which that person is saying is covert and is difficult to find evidence for.
From the Jungle Book here, okay? So just try and hit the gas here to get these words out. So you moved to a new apartment because you wanted to know if the phenomena were going to follow you, right? Hello?
Yeah, hello. So I think the thing was tracking.
So I think I'm here stunned a little bit that Stefan would mock me like this. I've never heard him mock anybody like this before, and most of the time people call him about the difficulty that they are having with their boyfriend, or they call him about how these immigrants are making use of the welfare, and he is very patient with them. He listens to them very very patiently, and sometimes does therapy also in calling show itself. So he'll probe and he will try to find out what actually is going on, and very sincerely, and then he is very good at finding out what is actually happening with people, and that was very impressive, and that's why I called him. But after these few remarks that he made, which are obviously mocking and making fun of me and the suffering that I'm going through, and he admits later that he knows that I'm going through this suffering, and so that mocking part I could not understand in the light of what I had heard before in his other shows, especially the non-aggression principle that he has of not being aggressive towards people. So I'm trying to process in my mind how could this be happening? Why would he be doing this?
Thing was tracking and surveillance.
I'm sorry, I'm lost. I'm not sure what you're saying at the moment.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. So Uh,
I feel like you're hitting me with a D-energy weapon.
no, I'm the